Okay. All right. Hi. Good morning. We are here in less than 30 minutes. We'll be finally learning everything we need to know about the Nintendo Switch 2. Ah, I don't know about you guys, but this was like the longest sleep I've ever had. And I went to sleep like I tried to went to sleep at midnight and it felt longer than 7 hours. I don't know, something about the anticipation that just makes you sleep less, I guess. Hmm. Anyway, I have here all my predictions for the Nintendo Switch 2. I had to go live a few minutes early because I got a lot to talk about. Okay, so let's get started. So I actually had a script right here, but I constantly kept changing it every time. Like I've been changing the script at the last minute. I wanted to make a video, but I kept changing the script every single day because like new announcements kept coming out. So what I have written down here is that in terms of specs, I don't think I care about specs when it comes to Nintendo consoles. After the GameCube, they basically stopped worrying about having the most powerful console on the market, and it worked for the most part. Nowadays, specs hardly mean anything. At the very least, I'm hoping for close to Xbox Series S level specs. As for the build itself, I think they'll go back to an LCD screen to keep the costs down as much as possible, with the premium OLED option being available halfway into its life cycle. Also, this thing needs to be built a lot better. Like no more stick drift. I bought my Switch day one and those Joy-Cons started drifting about a few years in. But when I got a hold of Skyward Sword HD Joy-Cons, I know the build felt different from my previous Joy-Cons. It might have been just due to wear and tear. That said, the old Joy-Cons haven't drifted, so it looks like Nintendo might have already resolved the issue. Let's see what else. So whatever, these new Joy-Cons should be good. The point is, the Switch is probably Nintendo's least durable console. I sleep a lot better at night knowing the Switch 2 can survive several accidental drops. And let's make this UI better. Like the Switch UI, it's functional, but it's lacking Nintendo's secret sauce. Previous Nintendo consoles UI had functionality and design I'm flaring out. So the Switch 2's UI should have that as well. Why am I blurry? Why am I being blurry? Okay, whatever. Maybe autofocus. Where am I at? I just needed to have things other than dark mode and light mode. As for storage, I think the Switch 2 should have an SSD. SSDs offer better than a hard drive. No moving parts, you end up with faster load times and a chance of potential hardware failure. For internal storage, I think it'll come with a 64 gigabytes built in. Nintendo likes to go the affordable route when it comes to storage, but I'll bet a later revision down the road will have a bigger storage. So Nintendo Switch 2 is backwards compatible. We've known that since November. Nintendo Switch is Nintendo's best-selling home console, so it makes all the sense to bring over at that audience. But the big asterisk is that not all games will be fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. So that begs the question, which Nintendo Switch games won't be playable on Nintendo Switch 2? Obviously, because of the console's size, Nintendo Labo won't work. Knowing Nintendo, they'll want most, if not all, of the peripherals from the old console to be used on the new console. What I'm guessing that they'll do is that the old Joy-Con can connect with Nintendo Switch 2 wirelessly, but for in handheld mode, you'll need an adapter. Like maybe an adapter to plug the Switch 1 Joy-Con to the Switch 2. I mean, it might look weird, but it'll work as a solution. That said, the small handful of games that use the IR sensor won't be mostly playable because the new Joy-Cons don't seem to have an IR sensor. So, like Ring Fit Adventure, what game is that? 1-2 Switch. There's only like what 10 games that use the IR sensor. So if you don't play those, if you don't own a few of those games, you're not missing much. Anyway, okay, well, anyway, if you ask me, I think making a console backwards compatible and leaving it that wouldn't cut in this day and age, especially since the PS5 and Xbox Series have not only been making games from the previous generation playable on those consoles, but even enhancing their performance. Number of games since recently feels like the Switch is struggling to run them. This is a decade-old GPU after all. It's going to reach its limit eventually, and by eventually, I mean right now. Like the GPU was starting to show its age when the Switch came out. So, with that in mind, certain Switch games such as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Bayonetta 3, Xenoblade 3 and X, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and Mario Luigi Brothership, among others, should get in hands for when played on Switch 2. Alright, now, launch date and price. How much do I think it'll cost? And when do I think it'll launch? Nintendo Switch launched a little less than 2 months after its Nintendo Switch presentation. I think I have to sneeze. So if history repeats itself, then we should likely see a June release date. That's what I'm predicting. As for the price, I predict an MSRP of $399. Also, to make way for the Switch 2, they'll finally give all the current Switch models a price drop. So the base, I'm guessing that they'll drop the base model to $249. The Switch Lite will be $149, and the OLED model will be $299. So, I mean, if people want to get a Switch now before the Nintendo Switch 2 drops, that'll like give them time for them to buy to get one at a low price. Alright, now let's talk the Switch 2 games. Now I know $70 games are not something anyone has decided to see. And I raised an eyebrow about Tears of the Kingdom costing $70, but I accepted it. Lately I've become more forgiving about the topic because it's kind of the reality we have to accept. And the price shouldn't matter much if the game is of a very good quality. And the quality is Mortal Kombat 1 on Switch. In that case, charging $70 should be a crime. Now, let's talk year one games. I'll bet Nintendo is going to continue supporting Nintendo Switch during Nintendo Switch 2's, say, first couple years. So on top of Nintendo Switch 2, we'll also have Nintendo Switch games that will probably be enhanced for Switch 2. That way, the Nintendo Switch owners who don't own a Nintendo Switch 2 yet won't get left behind. The ones that do can enjoy the game with better performance. With that in mind, a few of these Nintendo Switch 2 enhanced games will be Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Pokemon Legends ZA, and Professor Layton in the New World of Steam. And I'm just hoping that these upgrades are free because I'm not a fan of paying money for what amounts to a simple graphical upgrade. Like, you pay what? Like Horizon Zero Dawn on PS5? You have to, if you already own the game, you get what? You have to upgrade the game for like $10 and all you get is what? Better graphics. No, thank you. Okay. So, Mario Kart 8 has been around for a decade, or a little over a decade, and with deluxe and a booster course pass, I say the game is as complete as it gets, and it's time to move on to the next game. So, Nintendo Switch 2 reveal trailer showed up what appears to be a new Mario Kart game. And I'm guessing that this one is going to be a launch title. Like, imagine a Nintendo console launching with a new Mario Kart game day one. So, oh yeah, I honestly thought that this Mario Kart was actually just Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but upon closer inspection, it's actually a brand new Mario Kart game because Donkey Kong had a brand new design. And if you ask me, I'm not a big fan of Donkey Kong's new design. It just seems the eyes are just too round. Like it feels like I grew up in the 90s. Well, I grew up in the 90s. And in those days, so I grew up on the Donkey Kong Country games. That was like when Rare had given him like a new redesign. Actually, no, it's not even the same Donkey Kong. It's like, I gotta get my coffee again. It's not even the same Donkey Kong. It's like his grandson. I thought that maybe that might have been Donkey Kong Jr., but I don't know. I mean that does look like Donkey Kong Jr. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Mario Kart 10. I'm calling it 10 because Tour is 9 people. Mario Kart Tour is 9, so I'm gonna call this one Mario Kart 10. Mario Kart 10 will be a launch title. Okay, where am I? So okay, it's been 7 years since Mario Odyssey came out. I was hoping they would give it DLC like some of their year one titles, but that never happened. And I'm sure there are some ideas left on the cutting room floor. So I want to see a new Mario game that comes out October or November. It'll very likely be a holiday title. Actually, if we're being honest, if Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be a November title, then Mario should be an October title. Okay. Um, yeah, October for a new 3D Mario. So this year it's the series 40th anniversary. I know Nintendo doesn't really do releases on anniversaries, but this is the perfect time to release a new Mario game. It's a new console with new 3D Mario. Uh, I did want to say we maybe get like a 2D Mario as well, but we've already gotten Wonder before, like 2 years ago. So a little over 2.5 years ago. So I think we'll get another 3D Mario later on. But like I said, if Nintendo Switch is releasing around the summertime, then obviously there's got to be a new Splatoon game. And the new Joy-Cons having what appear to be a mouse functionality will be perfect for Splatoon. So, uh, I'm thinking that, okay, since Team Pass won the last Blackfest versus Splatoon 3, I'm betting it'll have something to do with the Distant Pass. You'd be surprised how deep Splatoon lore goes. It's much more than just squid kids shooting ink at each other. So I also wrote down that this year is the series' 10th anniversary. Wow, Splatoon is turning 10 this year. 10. Oh, wow. Okay, now here's another one. I think the Nintendo Switch 2 should include a tech demo game similar to Wii Sports in Nintendo Land, a game that's designed to get owners acquainted to the new hardware. I feel like one of the biggest mistakes of the Nintendo Switch was making 1-2 Switch a standalone title because it definitely had the makings of a packing game, but they charge money for it. Now, Nintendo doesn't like doing packing games. Wii Sports was the exception, not the rule. And even then, they were initially against that idea. However, I think they should make another exception for Switch 2. It doesn't even have to be a physical game. It can be like a small digital game you get for connecting your Switch to the internet for the first time, like Astro's Playroom for the PS5. So, what will be Nintendo Switch 2's tech demo game? A new Mario Paint. A new Mario Paint game. No brainer. Well, at least I think it's a no brainer. And now my third party game wish list. As we've seen with Nintendo's past several consoles, if this new console doesn't have strong third party support to go along with its first party games, it's gonna have a bad time. So let's assume the specs are close to the Xbox Series X levels when I predict these games. Near Replicant version 1.224744871139. So we got Nier Automata on the Nintendo Switch, and that runs fairly well. So let's get the prequel on the Nintendo Switch 2. Tales of Arise. Believe it or not, Tales games sell well on the Nintendo Switch. After all, the most popular game in the series was a GameCube exclusive. And I believe the Vesperia's Definitive Edition's initial sales were much bigger on Switch. Like they sold like half of its initial sales on Nintendo Switch. So there you go. Tales of Arise. And I think the Like a Dragon series, okay, so Yakuza Kiwami on Nintendo Switch was successful enough. So why not get the rest of the series on Nintendo platforms? Yakuza 0, Kiwami 2, and the Remaster collection coming on Nintendo Switch. Kiwami 2 might need some tweaking to run on Nintendo Switch, but I think that might get like a Switch 2 upgrade. Meanwhile, the Nintendo Switch 2 can get Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, Judgment, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Lost Judgment, Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Like a Dragon Ishin, and Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, the recent one that just came out. And since Xbox is going third party, they might as well put Hi-Fi Rush on Nintendo Switch 2. It's already on PS5, so why not? Oh, and Killer Instinct 2013 as well. I know the game's like a decade old, but Killer Instinct was a Nintendo exclusive thing back when Rare was under their wing. So, and while we're at it, Halo Master Chief Collection, because why not? Elden Ring. Imagine playing 2022's award-winning generation-defining game of the year on Nintendo's new console. Complete edition on one cartridge. You got Elden Ring and Shadow of the Erdtree. And then we can probably get Elden Ring Night Rain announced for a holiday release. I think Elden Ring Night Rain comes out at the end of May, so say Switch 2 comes out in June. Maybe that would give it enough time to port the Switch 2. Port Night Rain Switch 2. Remember when Genshin Impact was announced for Nintendo Switch? Me neither. At this point, it's safe to say it's going to Nintendo Switch 2 instead. At least it won't melt trying to run it. And while we're at it, let's probably get the rest of Hoyoverse's ongoing games on Switch 2 as well. Honkai Star Rail and Zelda Zone Zero. Okay, and we have Resident Evil 4 Remake. The original Resident Evil 4 was a GameCube exclusive, so bringing the remake of one of the best video games of all time will bring it full circle. And last but not least, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. The Wii launched with Budokai Tenkaichi 2, so let's launch the Switch 2 with another Budokai Tenkaichi game. Yeah, so that's it for third-party games. And my final prediction was that the Nintendo Switch Online is kind of useless if you don't own the right game. So if you ask me, I think you should get an overhaul in time for Switch 2. Let's take a few pages from the PlayStation app. Let's make it so you can access the eShop, because browsing the eShop on Nintendo Switch sucks. We can also rate and review games, send messages and game invites to friends, like add friends. Uh, yeah, I also had a bunch of other uh, predictions as well. Like I wrote down maybe like a Nintendo Music channel, but then they announced Nintendo Music app on the Nintendo Switch, so that was out of the question. What else did they? What else did they announce? Uh, something. Oh yeah, watch Nintendo related content on this app, but then they announced the Nintendo Today app, which you could do on that app. So a lot of my predictions just came true, just not in the way I expected it to be. Okay, so those are my predictions. Now let's talk some news. So remember they announced virtual game cards, and in the fine text they announced something interesting. Let me scroll down to it. So, here we go. Uh, so here's what the fine text says. Compatible systems must be linked to a Nintendo account to use virtual cards. Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games and Nintendo Switch 2 edition games can only be loaded on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. What is Nintendo Switch 2 edition games? If you ask me, and everybody's saying this, I'll bet these are Nintendo Switch games that when you put them into a Nintendo Switch 2 console, they'll be enhanced. The enhanced versions of those games. So I'm betting that maybe if you put in a certain game, it'll get like a Nintendo Switch 2 edition on the Switch 2. And the evidence continues to pile up. Because guess what? When Xenoblade X Definitive Edition came out, data miners found a 60 FPS code to run on Xenoblade X. It has a 60 FPS code, but it can be accessed when played on Switch 2. On the Switch. On the Switch, it runs at 30 FPS, a fairly solid 30 FPS, with some frame drops here and there. But there's code for it to run on 60 FPS, and I guess like if you run it on the Switch emulator, it kind of breaks because the game probably isn't. It's probably locked at 30. So what I'm guessing that if you put Xenoblade X Definitive Edition on a Switch in the Switch 2, it'll probably it'll probably activate 60 FPS. So it's starting to, yeah, and so Nintendo Switch 2 edition games. Compatible systems must be linked to a Nintendo account to use. Nintendo Switch 2 edition game can only be loaded on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. To move virtual game cards between. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of had to spend some time reading into this. So in the last week's Nintendo Direct, they announced virtual game cards, which are basically like you can create like a game card of all your digital titles. They only show their first party titles. I'm not sure if it applies to in the entire library because I got a nephew. He got a Switch too. He has a Switch as well, and whenever we're over, we usually play Cuphead together. So I'm guessing that maybe I can lend him Cuphead for like 2 weeks every time I go visit. We live in a totally different state. So maybe it'll be convenient for him. So yeah, this update is coming in. Oh wait, view the digital game library. Open the home menu and select virtual game card. View virtual game cards may not be available for demos, and obviously not demos. Like demos are kind of disposable, so you don't really need demos for virtual game cards for demos. So yeah, this is a feature that's coming in April, late April. So and I'm guessing that like once the Nintendo Switch 2 launches, uh, it'll have that feature day one. Say, when one game per account for 14 days, let the borrower returns it earlier. After the game is returned, the borrower still has their save data, and they'll be able to start where they left off if they borrow again and purchase the game. Oh yeah, one other thing. All right, so last week the Nintendo Switch 2 render updated, and as you can see, they've added a C button. Originally in the trailer, this little button was kind of faded. They kind of photoshopped this image, the button out, but now they revealed this little C button, and nobody knows what this thing does. What could this mysterious C button do? I got like a ton of ideas. Maybe it's like a push to chat button. Like maybe if they're finally doing voice chat, they might want to do a push to chat. Would it be a push to chat button? I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a push to chat button. It'll be a little too inconvenient because it's right next to the home screen. Because like if you press the home screen, press the home button. That's gonna be because it's right next to the home button. So that's kind of what will be an inconvenience if you end up say you're trying to say something and then you have to press the home button. C. Communication? Maybe they're like implementing something into the Switch 2 that requires a C button. Cast button? Maybe you could like cast it to another device where you could play it remotely. I don't know. They'll reveal it pretty soon, but of course none. None in my town, none in my city. Uh, I haven't the slightest clue what the C button could do. It can't be a capture button because this is a capture button. Plus the chat, communication. There's like so many. I think that it could be, and yet think that it probably isn't. It's probably something. It's probably gonna be something crazy. Oh, what could the C button do? What could the C button do? C button, C button. What could the C button do? Okay, 2 minutes. I got some time to predict this thing. It can't be a push to chat button because that would be very inconvenient. Plus, like none of the other, only like mouse and keyboard has a push to chat. A lot of damn cables have only the cables have only the mouse and keyboard games like Overwatch have a mouse and keyboard function. So I mean have a push to talk button, push to chat button, and push to talk button, whatever. But I don't think it would work for a console game because console games you just talk. Okay, we're almost there. Oh gosh, it's almost here. Oh, this is a countdown. Just like the old Switch presentation. Oh boy. It's almost here. It is almost here. The anticipation is killing me inside. RP to M. Oh, so we're getting Elden Ring at least. Nice intro. Mario Kart.
Let's go.
Wait, fuel? They use fuel now? Wait, snowboards and what do they call those things? Air flying bikes. Oh. Oh. Wait, who was that? Mario Kart World. Oh, they're not numbering the titles anymore.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, I think
I'm the producer for
Nintendo. I mean, Mario Kart Tour just threw a corkscrew in that one. They can't number the names anymore.
Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world.
Holy.
Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Oh.
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world. In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
Oh, that would be fun.
You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam. By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes.
Oh.
So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together at different locations.
Oh, they made the Mario Kart game open world? Ah, okay. Mario Kart World, that explains the title.
A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Launch title, told you!
More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Okay.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch.
Told you! A Mario Kart game launching on the same day as Switch 2.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch
Joy-Con 2. I actually had that as my original title. It's kind of weird.
We've added a new C button.
Now, what does that do?
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
Oh.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo! That was you. So quick. Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
They got
no.
Discord?
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh. Introducing GameChat.
It is a push the chat
For
button.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, we're finally doing voice chat.
This feature,
Like,
you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah.
Yeah, follow me. For an adventure.
While using the GameChat feature,
Your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, it's a chat button. That's basically what it does.
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly.
Is that the Switch 2 Pro controller?
Look at this. Jump on here. All right, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly. Let
Oh,
you chat with ease.
that's neat.
It does look beautiful. It's opaque.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job. There we go, there we go.
you can also share your game screen.
I was just gonna.
Can we just like go on top of that one?
This looks like that could run a little choppy.
Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot. Oh, ooh.
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Yay.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're on a star. That's so cute.
So cute.
You can adjust the size of your game screen,
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above that wall that's to your left.
You're almost there,
It's
though.
just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
Of course, that'll probably only work between friends.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
I think I know where you are. Wait. Okay, I think we have to
Together.
try.
ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang.
Wait, I saw a
Actually,
camera.
guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah?
Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this. By connecting this camera to the system,
Hey!
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo. Nick.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
you can appear on screen.
Oh, they finally implemented Discord.
Faces on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
That's probably what the
Here's how it looks with just
top
the camera feed.
C button works. The top USB-C port
Forward to
works.
games which use your camera feed like this.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah, that
wait.
looks good.
Go
That
left,
looks
go
good.
left.
Is that a new Mario Party game?
More this way. Oh.
Using GameChat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites.
No, that was supposed to be one of the older Mario Party games. Maybe that's what the.
Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. GameChat.
What did you think? In developing GameChat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2. A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use GameChat. However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience GameChat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out. Additionally, GameChat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use GameChat to play with their friends.
Oh,
We'd like to
damn
introduce
kids
another
are
new
gonna be
experience
able-
you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with GameShare.
Oh, DS download play!
Games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With GameShare, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via GameChat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next, we'd
The
like to
sound?
show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
The sound is off.
Please take a look.
It's not me. I'm pretty sure the sound is just...
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same. With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Oh, 1080p screen. 120 FPS.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
HDR. Ooh.
The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
Magnetic Joy-Con 2.
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Oh, good, because you looks like you actually, have to
The SL
press
and
those,
SR buttons
really
are bigger
get those
for
things
greater
in.
comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally. The left and right sticks are now larger.
Mouse controls.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls. By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via GameChat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
3D audio.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you. Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this. In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
Can that be used for...
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Ah, yeah. SSD.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256
What?
gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch, for storing your game downloads, save data, and more.
256
Reading and writing data
gigabytes.
is also faster.
Oh.
Use
Wait,
the Nintendo
4K?
Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode. The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable.
Oh yeah. These new consoles, they need a lot of cooling.
You can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself.
Oh, what?
This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Oh.
Exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them.
Oh, it's a tech demo game.
This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system.
Oh.
The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal. So that's how they attach to the system.
Ah, they're made of
A
metal.
magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, man.
Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos.
Okay, so this is like the free game,
Some of the
right?
secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty.
What you say, HD Rumble
Nintendo
2?
Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh,
So please
you
check
have
it
to
out
pay.
if you're interested.
Oh, it's not too expensive. Maybe like
I'd like to
$10.
share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2.
They're
This
red
is the
now.
game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles. It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards.
Oh, they don't have the little
It's now
notch
red,
on the right.
And it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
Micro SD Express. How big
Please
is
note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Micro
Additionally,
SD
to transfer
Express?
data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your
I
Nintendo
gotta
account
see what
to
kind
use
of
the
I
system
don't know what
transfer
kind of
feature.
that is.
With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new Pro controller. It has a C button, which launches GameChat.
That
And
looks-
on the back, there are new GL and GR
Oh,
buttons
like-
you can use to assign existing button controls. In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features, and after
Back
today's
button.
presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
Oh, I told you it's
Very
June.
much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games.
Nintendo Switch
First
2.
type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
Now what is this?
Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls.
Wait, could Splatoon 3 get a Nintendo Switch 2 edition?
More expressive rumble. And gameplay that uses a camera accessory. All of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out
Oh my
the
gosh,
and
shoot.
updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the
Oh, this
points.
was so fun.
Guide an RC car with your voice. Go! And compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a minigame will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and 1 where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive minigames. How quickly can you reach the station? From minigames that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus
How do I
Jamboree
turn this
TV
off?
launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
So you do have to buy them.
Look forward to a new Mario Party experience, where you can see each other's reactions while playing. Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition.
I guess this is just coming from more stuff than.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rate.
It looks so beautiful!
And also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
Zelda notes.
You can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed.
Okay, yeah, this is a SDXD.
It's a game-specific service that's exclusive
I think
to
this
Switch
should
2
work.
editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game. We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable. In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates.
Oh.
This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Uh-huh. I told you. Oh my god.
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2. Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle. Plus, Pokémon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. By taking advantage of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates. The Nintendo Switch
Oh, at least it won't run like dog water.
Has both physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack. We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the
I wish you don't have to buy them both. I guess it kind of worth it. Hopefully it's not too expensive. Maybe like $10. Dragon Drive. Well, basketball on the wheelchair. That seems interesting.
In Dragon Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off.
I think it's a little.
We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls. Next, here are some games from our publishing.
You're gonna need a mouse pad for this to use the Joy-Con 2s. I'm sure of it.
I have long observed the lands between.
Elden Ring, yeah.
Is in dire need of repair.
Yep. I'm a goddamn prophet.
The rays of grace that guide you through your burden. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Elden Ring Tarnished Edition.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the
What?
sinister.
Okay, I'm thinking about the first Hades.
You'll battle beyond the unknown to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルは
Oh, Street Fighter 6!
本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。ソフトは通常版の他に総勢20
Dang! I was literally thinking of Street Fighter 6.
バージョンも、さらにゲームと連動するアミーボとアミーボカードも一緒にスイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。
Oh shit. I might have to get Street Fighter 6 on Switch 2 now.
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally...
Holy hell, what is this?
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome! This planet will be ours.
The sovereign axiom. The Trinitas has almost...
God damn, this looks raw!
Destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
Well, oh, Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion. Oh, it looks I knew it looked familiar.
This is Joseph Fares from Hazelight.
Split Fiction. Face Joseph Fares.
To come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this. If you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one, trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
Do I have It Takes Two on
We're bringing fans together across the
PlayStation? I'm pretty sure I do.
And on the gridiron. We're excited to announce the EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports. It's in the game.
And then they're gonna just recycle the same game for the next game.
Avalanche Software.
Give me a
We're
break.
bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2. With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in the Wizarding world like never before. And the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure. Discover the enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day as Switch 2.
Captain, is that Myke supposed to be on? Son of a...
Oh wait, they're in SpongeBob.
Hello, this is Christian Elden from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Hold on a second, let me do something right quick. Wait, is this James Bond? It is. Project 007.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
The story of light and shadow that never fades.
Oh,
is
it's
reborn.
Bravely Default.
Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition. Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。我々がお送りするタイトルは
Wait, Yakuza 0?
誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る争奪戦が勃発。
So what's the director's cut?
伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください。
Oh, they're probably gonna drip read all the like a dragon games, like maybe one at a time. Holy Tecmo. Ninja Gaiden? Who's this?
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the
Here's a I'm looking at a Hyrule Warriors game.
Their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
Wait, are you playing Zelda?
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Really hope they don't do another Age of Calamity where it turns out it's not even like a prequel to the Breath of the Wild. No, screw it. I'm gonna spoil it. Age of Calamity is not the prequel to Breath of the Wild. It's like an alternate continuity, like an alternate timeline.
Long ago. And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
Okay.
And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
GameCube? Oh my gosh! Melee Online?
Plus expansion pack will be getting
This game over.
Game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001.
Wait, Nintendo Switch Online Classic Game Libraries are being changed to Nintendo Classics.
Cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link set sail on an adventure.
Oh well, I guess we're not getting
The Legend of Zelda.
Wind Waker in HD.
Transcending history.
Oh,
A tale of
Soul Calibur 2.
eternally retold. In this 3D weapons-based fighting game, Each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon, and Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray. Soul Calibur 2. Experience a world of
F-Zero
racing at
GX.
speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the series' first machine customization and...
So will the AX tracks be included?
In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online.
Oh, they haven't announced Melee yet.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases. You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking. More titles will be added in the future. Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack launches the same day as the hardware's release. And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released. It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access GameChat. The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2.
Why is it glitchy?
Okay,
it's not
let's
me.
see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
What is it, Deltarune? We finally got Deltarune. So is that the full game?
From Gearbox.
Borderlands 4.
Our upcoming flagship Borderlands game will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons.
So, okay, Deltarune says that 5 chapters, so I think it said 5 chapters.
Launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people through
Okay, so now we're at 5.
with the new mouse.
Okay, that's just 3 or
More
4.
intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade. And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it! Hook, line and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top.
The stream frozen?
Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail. This time for home.
Is it me?
I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll. Here's the first look.
Bro, the stream is frozen!
Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths.
Okay, we're gonna have to guess it.
Now reloaded in a new 3D art style. You can expect some fan favorite elements to return.
The goddamn stream is frozen!
To share more with you in the future.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to guess just by the sound until they get it back on. Okay, it's back. The sound is still off. Oh, this is.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk 2077.
RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go.
We'll just have to listen to the stream now, since
engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
こんにちは、スクエアエニックスの浜口です。
Final Fantasy 7?
任天堂スイッチ
Maybe?
でファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。
Oh.
本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただけます。スイッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイクシリーズにぜひメイクシリー
It
ズ
said remake. Oh, okay, they updated it now. So, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Just remake? Not rebirth? Kunitsugami. SILKSONG! It's Electronic Joking! Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. Okay, Star Wars Outlaws. I guess they need to find a way to make money on that game. Yeah, Fortnite. I heard that run like, oh, Ridge Racer. Uh-huh. Maybe Rebirth will come later. Maybe like year 2.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners.
Mario.
Please take a look.
Mario. It gotta be Mario. Wait, what the hell is this? Wait, they said, oh, they said third party. I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
I give you my blood. I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
Shit. From software. This isn't Elden Ring Night Rain, is it? This is some other game. It can't be Bloodborne. Don't tell me it's Bloodborne. No, this is brand new. This is a brand new FromSoft game.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Or you can transform to a dinosaur? The Duskbloods. $2026. Available. Bro, Nintendo got their own Souls game?
From software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game. So please check it out when it's available.
Bro, how much money?
Publishing and development.
How much did Nintendo pay for this?
Thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation. In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
Kirby? It's a Kirby racing game. Kirby Air Ride? Kirby Air Ride 2? Oh, Kirby Air Riders. Sakurai. That's what he was working on. He was working on a new Kirby Air Ride game.
Kirby Air Riders.
Did he work on the
Originally
previous?
Released on the Nintendo
Work on
GameCube
the
system
first?
over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
Did he work on the first one?
Next is our last trailer for today. Please take a look.
Mario. It's gotta be Mario. It can only be Mario. Oh, this is definitely a Mario game. It just has the aesthetic of one. No, this could be Donkey Kong? Nope. What? It's a... Donkey Kong Bonanza. July 17th.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies, walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world. More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
All that's left is to say the price.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch. We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World. For more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
Wait, how much does it cost? Okay. So yeah, they're gonna reveal. There's have a treehouse for tomorrow. That was a certainly fun stream, like when it crashed. But how much will this thing cost? Whew. Well, a good amount of my predictions got correct. I have to wait for this thing to refresh. I need to know how much this thing costs. Ugh. Bro, how the hell did they get her own freaking From Software game? They paid money for that. They had to have paid good money for that. Ooh. Bro, half the freaking GameCube games, that can only mean that. Okay, what games can we see on GameCube? Well, it's not called Nintendo Classics. What's it gonna be called? Yeah, Nintendo Classics. They did it. They announced SILKSONG, people. They finally announced SILKSONG. Okay, they also announced Mario Sunshine, Fire Emblem Path of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance? Surely I must admit, hold on, wait just a minute. I had good lord, there was so much information from this direct. I might have missed something. Okay.
Switch 2, Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001. Here are the types who come to life.
Okay, we get Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, F-Zero GX.
Ready to export multiplayer resolution title and
Okay, Mario Sunshine, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, Pokemon XD, Mario Strikers, Chippy Robo, Luigi's Mansion, Pokemon Coliseum, and that was it.
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive.
You know what? While we
coming
wait
to Nintendo Switch Online
for the website to update, why haven't they announced the price here yet?
Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, I gotta go to the restroom, my bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, I think they did announce the price when I was just in the bathroom. Let me see. I gotta make sure this is right. Why wouldn't they announce it during the direct? That's the thing. Like they should have announced it right there. We know it's coming with a. Okay, here we go. Nintendo Switch 2 is $449. Pre-order start April 9th. Okay, so on the Japan side, it costs 49,980 yen with Mario Kart World 53, so maybe $500 for the Mario Kart World bundle. Yeah, it's $449. Whew. Okay. Yep, the Nintendo Switch 2 and Mario Kart World bundle was $500. Let me bring the page up. Okay. Nintendo Switch 2 launches June 5th at $449. Nintendo Switch 2 console, Joy-Con 2 controllers left and right, RIP straps, Switch 2 jack, ultra high speed HDMI cable, AC adapter, and USB-C charging cable. Okay. So yeah, I have 7.9-inch built-in LCD screen. Yeah. Displays a full. I guess that's they could. I feel like they could have done a whole lot of features. I guess that's the only way they could keep the price down. Because I think like the tariffs are starting to make things more expensive. Let's see. How much did they say anything about the prices of the Nintendo Switch 2 editions? Okay, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Street Fighter 6, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, Borderlands 4, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, Yakuza 0. Wait a minute. Oh man, there's Yakuza Director's Cut. Shit. I finished Yakuza 0 earlier this year. It's probably gonna, I'm gonna have to pick up the director's cut eventually. Uh. Okay, here we go. Prep materials. Oh, do I have do I have a login? Let me see if I have a login here. Oh wait, it's a press only thing. Can I register? Oh, I'm pretty sure I can't. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that. Or let me try. Let me turn this off real quick. Oh yeah, I definitely can't do this. This is for press people. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Darn. Come on, hurry up and update. Okay, here we go. That's the developers. So it's like, so I guess they're removing the voice chat function from the Nintendo Switch online thingy. Wait, why did it say? Oh, oh shit! I forgot my thing was still off. Maybe there's something we. Redesigning everything from scratch. Wait, you can't use the thing that. There are rumors about like you could split the whole thing in half, but it doesn't look like you can do that with the. Yeah, they just said yeah, Nintendo Labo won't work on Switch 2. They reconsider ideas like Super Nintendo Switch. However, Super NES, which came out after the NES, to Switch 2. Oh. They actually considered the name Super Nintendo Switch. Oh, okay. I guess that's why they didn't want to name it that. I need to see the specs. Is there the specs out? Are the specs out? I want to see the specs. I know I don't care about. I know Nintendo doesn't really care about specs, but I would like to know how good this thing is. I figure if it can run like Elden, if it got like 4K output, 120 FPS with HDR, then that can only mean that it's at least up there at Xbox Series S at the least. What? Hmm. Wait a minute, what? Only the Japanese Switch 2 is region locked, and all other versions. Only the Switch 2 is. No shot. No freaking shot. You got. No. Alright, here we go. Mario Kart World. Not yet. Okay, right. $80? Dude! Freaking $80 for a Switch 2 game? Holy piss. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Sweet mother of Christ. $80 for. We're gonna have to buy that there, I guess it's your least expensive. Why are they $80? Good lord. Are Switch 2 games gonna cost $80? Oh, you're kidding me. bro. Imagine paying $80. Like maybe if it comes with, maybe if it like comes with something, but hold on, there should have to be something about the. There should have to be something about the Nintendo Switch 2 specs. I'm sure they revealed it. Oh, those are good. All right, here we go. Technical specs. Oh, wait, no, that's just. If the Nintendo, I'm guessing like if the Nintendo Switch 2 can run Cyberpunk 2077 as well as it did, as well as it can, then obviously it's gotta be like on the same level as Xbox Series S at the least. Okay, where are the? Okay, yeah, string died here. Oh. Hmm. Nothing. There's nothing that says it. All we know is like the game probably cost $80. Oh God, Mario Kart World is $80. I'm pressing the refresh button, but nothing is coming up. Well, the first Nintendo Switch 2 experience is this weekend in New York. They haven't updated the website yet. Oh man, the Japanese only model costs like what? $300? Like it's much cheaper in oh shoot. Really? Whew. Oh boy. Oh boy. So okay. Let me see something right quick. Let me do a quick calculation. I'm up. Oh my gosh, if you live from Canada, the game's gonna cost over $100. They sell a multi-language console which costs literally 70,000 yen. So if you want to import a Switch 2, it's going to cost you a ton. And they only have two versions of it. A Japanese language system, which is a Japan only region locked version, which costs 50,000 yen. That's like, okay, 49,980 yen. Yeah, that costs what? That runs out to 334 US dollars. And the region free version, 69,980, costs. probably costs, yeah, 467. So it's probably costs less. Well, import prices. Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me send this to the page. Okay. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I gotta sign into this. Authentication. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the Mario Kart World Bundle costs $500. The system on its own costs $449. Open to Nintendo account, or at least you're eligible. The invitation will be valid for 72 hours. A minimum of 50 total gameplay hours. I don't know what that means, but I guess if you played enough Switch games, plays enough on Nintendo Switch. I guess it's not to prevent scalping. Okay. I'm sure I'm eligible. I'm sure I've played at least 50 hours. Oh gosh, how much for the Pro Controller cost? It'll probably be like $100. Ugh. All right. Okay. I think we're at this. Yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream right here. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more streams. This is Myke signing out. Peace.